And welcome back to the channel. My name is NutRaisin and we are playing PLO and PLO 50 at that. Already sitting on one microgaming table, waiting on seats on 3 RunItOnce tables where the player pool is doing alright for a Sunday evening. 13 entries at PLO 10, happy to see some lower stakes running. And 24 at PLO 50. Not much going on at No Limit. Also one person waiting for PLO 20 action to start. Yeah, cool. On this table we're sitting down because it looks awesome, frankly. We have Lucky Squirrel, somebody we battled with in the past, and who has been good for the occasional buy-in. And Jim, somebody I don't quite recall, but judging by his pre-flop stats, that is certainly a mistake on my part. This gentleman looks like fun as well. So, we had a very entertaining home game. And so far our breaking even for the day, we're like 3-4 euros in profit. Oh, that reminds me, while the stream is starting, let me take care of a bot comment real quickly. Excuse me for a moment while I'm quiet. Doesn't happen much on this channel, does it? Hey, we get a hand, would you look at that? And we get to raise on the button with King 10-3. Double suited. Not a great board for our hand, unfortunately. On the whole, it should be a better board for us than it is for him. On that basis, I'm actually gonna bet on the larger end. Actually, no, that's not necessary. Small bet is fine. Do block him having a 10 jack type of deals, since we had a jack and the other thing, a 10 in our hand as well, and that surprisingly worked. It's a gamble a little bit, because he can easily commit to any part at any given point, being so short here. So let me check out the updated command. Does that work? Yeah. So it turns out the deal with Hollow Manager 3 is going to be the same as with Poker Tracker 4, in that they will only support RunItOnce if enough people ask for it. They would support it in a heartbeat if RunItOnce would provide HUD functionality, or allow HUD functionality, which they don't, and so they're dragging their feet. And the only way we'll get support is by, yeah, enough people opening support tickets with them. Hey, Conholio, welcome back. Yeah, we broke even, I think. Yeah, we broke even. We are up like $3-4. Trying to think if I made any huge blunders there. He gambled in 1 or 2 spots, but not too harshly. I think it went alright. So, we have the first RunItOnce table that found a seat for us. Now, you know what? Blind versus blind, I probably could have played that one. Second PLO 50 table opens up for us. But this is one that is still the most exciting at this point, I feel. Nope. Big fat bag of nope. But the home games were a lot of fun today, Conholio. Quite enjoyable. We had a new player who took home a bounty. If you're here right now, it was Cap alone, I believe. Then contact me in Discord, because I'm unable to transfer money to your PokerStars account. Really? Alright. Just a gutter there. Some backdoor stuff. Doesn't excite me too much. Alright, gives us a flush draw queen heist to the second nuts. But my checking is fine. Interesting one here, top and bottom, and a gutter. Backdoor flush draw ourselves. Actually an open-ender, not a gutter. Alright. Checking behind here sounds good to me. And that's a wonderful river. He bets quite large. I'm still gonna call, depending on what this guy does. Yeah, if he calls, I'm calling for sure. Get called on table 2, which is sweet. Means we should be ahead pretty much always. Just calls, and so it is. Our 2 pair here, I kinda doubt they're gonna be good, but you never know. Sometimes they are. Draws out here that didn't get there. Yeah. Aces for us. Okay, board to c-bet. Certainly an okay turn to c-bet. If we could raise or let it go, there's really not much bluffing going on. 9 is pretty excellent. Complete anything, I'll just check behind. King with the queen kicker, no good, lady. Queen check 3-5. Okay. Top pair and the queen have flush draw. Doesn't sound horrible on the surface. That's the third nuts for us. And down here, just gonna check behind for now. Make the second nuts there as well. A bit smaller. This guy called us down earlier. Maybe he wants to do so again. I would suspect we're good unless he's being cagey with the king high. Okay. Well, when I say cagey, I mean I understand not coming over the top. Last hand on this table because it went down to heads up. It's like a PLO 20 game started. Nice. I like seeing all the limits running. Two pairs, 5 and 3s here. One of the spots where cold calling the small blind is probably fine. Bottom set. Question. So given that it's a button open, he has the widest range of all the opening ranges. No particular reason to think that he has aces or kings here. I think in this case, coming on the top with the bottom set is okay. If he comes over the top again, I'm still gonna call. There's a bunch of wraps and that'll help. Let's check this. It's an excellent card, completes all the wraps. Middle set on a slightly different board here, way more draw heavy. Still, I think little choice here what to do. Could check it, but you know, against 3 opponents, there's just so many draws that could come in on the turn, and the turn is going to be hard to play. Especially against more opponents. Hey, that's a nice one, and this is also nice. First decent hand on the microgaming table. Middle set again. Here we add a flush draw to our arsenal. No good. No good, that river. Fortunately down here we get to put it all in, which we shall in a moment. without a diamond, we have to let it go. Ugly, but... Ah, no! Come on, flush! Maybe? Ooh, that'll work too! Nasty. Ah, me. No Strail one straight got there, but that one we block. But it's just diamonds so often, isn't it? Nice! That was a... Let me puke a little bit spot there. But miraculously we were good. Just gonna call against super deep guy, and this guy certainly got unlucky there. We hit... I mean on the turn, that turn added a bunch of outs for us. When we turned the flush draw as well, but winning it with the quads was enjoyable. Yeah, table 2 a little bit too much money in the middle not to call. Board might be helpful. So he's not betting a flush now, I would think. The small blind raises, so might bet a straight now, but I... Oh, we'll just check behind. It's the short version. He got there with queens, right? Fair enough. Which means that one of the crazies on this table left, but the super special guy, Lucky Squirrel, here is still there. I do. Yeah, sub notifications are on. I only subbed for the first time myself a couple of weeks ago to somebody. And it looks like you have to, like, once you sub, there's some message in the chat where you get to choose if you want to make it known that you subbed, in which case the notifications are gonna trigger. If you don't click there, I think it's just gonna more or less pass unnoticed, the subscription. You subbed, Cornolio! Wow, thank you very much! Yeah, there's an additional sub point there. Hang on. Jesus Christ, Conrolio, thank you very much, man, for the subscription. I just see it now, the subscription pointer counter indeed jumped up a notch. Thank you. I'll put this in the chat so you don't have to wait so long. Right. Again, Conrolu, thank you so very much for subbing. That certainly puts a smile on my face. It is hugely appreciated. Cheers. And Paiva! Oh, there you go! There you go, there you have it. Now I can celebrate it properly. With a 2-month resub. Conrolio, thank you so very much. Hey, we take this one down. And also Paiva, welcome back to the channel. And thanks for the night. What a nice sentiment there in the chat. So he checks the flop. I don't know, man. Kinda smells like you have kings. Now kings with side cards can hit this turn a lot, but I still kinda prefer to turn this into a bluff. I think he's going for the check raise here. People rarely do. Well, that's not true, actually. We've had this happen sometimes, but that worked. Neat! So the kind sentiments in the chat and the subscription are certainly doing something for me. On the tables, I mean. They're certainly doing something for me off the tables. As in, put a very large smile on my face. But on RunItOnce, we're now up a little more than 2 buy-ins currently. Here the crazy dude left, so I will leave the table in a moment as well. Check out the remaining PLO 50 tips on microgaming really quick, see if anything looks exciting. Not really, so let's ditch that. Go suited kings up here. Check once more, do a fit open ender, and make this top 2. Most likely hand we lose against now is Jack 10, I would think, and I'm just gonna let it go. The kings take it down pre. Hold on a moment, just arranging the 4th table. I'm a sucker for that. It's to be aligned properly. That's why I'm leaning forward like an old man, which I start to resemble with 40 now. That's all right and proper. I hate it when I can't get a pixel perfect. Damn, there, nah. Ugh. There you go. Good enough. Good enough. So, 4 tables, all of them PLO 50, all of them on RunItOnce. Here. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to let it go. So, really deep. Oh, well, not really deep. She's really deep. We're 1.5 binds deep. Down here where I came over the top, this is a sweet board to continue betting on. And here we're just coming over the top, I think. Yeah, table 3 we take it down with a small c-bet. Overpairing the flush draw. Flush draw I think is a given, yeah. Not the no, oh, that's it. That's drawing that right there. Nice! That's a €150 pot. If I could grin any wider, the top of my head would be falling off. So I believe on microgaming we're now, yeah, we're like $8-9 in profit, all is well there. Check once more. 7. No? Okay. Let's see. Will a pair of 5s take it down? Nope, not quite. Oh. Monkey River. Yep. Ace 10, Ace King sometimes wants to call. What were we up against there? Ace King. Ace King 5 deuce. So things are moving in the right direction today. Nice. We're up almost 4 buy-ins on Run It Once. I dig it. It needs to be folded. The hand looks so decent, and it is kind of nice, but it needs to be folded here in the small blind. I think that remains true whenever I look it up, but I will look it up again. Double suited, of course, a whole different bag of ferrets. Actually, let's check it out for double suited. Wait, what? Oh no, that is double suited, yeah. I clicked the double suited button, and there it, of course, gets raise called. But single suited? I think I'm correct. Yeah, does not get played at all. I would assume in the big blind this has to be called. You don't have, you're closing the action. For completeness sake, let's check that out as well. Yeah. That and weaker queen jacks get called there. And it is an incredible number whenever I look over there, 70 and see 72 subscribers. I'm aware that this number is going to drop significantly once it's 1 month past the birthday stream, because people have been very generous and donated a whole bunch of subscriptions that day, and I don't expect I don't think nor do I expect that a lot of these people are going to continue, but for now it's kind of surreal to see that. Hey, not in surreal territory, but definitely nice to look at as well. The Ace King King 8. Come on, let's get a caller so we can rightfully squeeze. Let's do it anyway. Usually doesn't get raised here, I believe. I mean, okay, it's effectively a cutoff open that we are raising. That's a nice flop. Money's gone in from our end if he wants to. Does not want to. Check this out. I know against an under the gun this is not a re-raise, but I'll check up on that too. Maybe I misremember. So first let's check it against a hypothetical under the gun spot. Gets raised, but gets raised folded versus under the gun. Well, then it's probably a raise call versus a cutoff. Does get raised. I need to look at that spot again then in the future. Wait, wrong button. Coming over the top here. This is gonna be a raise fold, however. So the actual spot was big blind versus cutoff. Yeah, and that gets raised and raised. Actually, you go all in with that. Like the exact spot we had here earlier. When we went in the big blind, this guy opened from the cutoff. Then we actually are supposed to raise and just get it in for 100 VB. Nice. In terms of big blind, it's of course always the same, if whether it's PLO 10 or PLO 1000 if you take down the blinds. But it does take on a slightly different meaning when a big blind is 50 cents instead of what we were used to before, i.e. 10 or 20 cents. What you gonna do, Mason? Fold. Folding is absolutely wonderful. I'm all for that. Here we're flopping the nuts. Not entirely sure how much folding we're doing here. Apparently none. Guess it was king, queen high. Yeah, queen high. That river saved this gentleman some money, or at least saved him a tough spot. Queen Jack 10-10. If this guy raises, it's a decent question. I don't know, look it up. Is calling maybe in position preferred here, keeping the pot small, but... So, we are... blind versus blind here. Top set here on a monotone board. Hey, make the second nuts there. Actually, third nuts. There's a straight flush possible here as well. And we get raised here. This is iffy. Of course, I wish I had taken a different line and not bet. Alright, turn. In danger? Nah, he had a few outs to fill up, but that was it. So let's check out that spot nevertheless, and that of course was pretty amazing. Blind versus blind. So here, the top pair also makes some blockers for future bluffs, and there's still more than enough money left behind to play for, so a bluff is doable here on a 6, on a 9, on a jack. Well, a jack, maybe not a jack. Exactly one of them. Queen, Jack, 10-10 was it on the other table that I wanted to look up. Yeah, blind versus blind just gets called there, doesn't get raised. Guess you don't really need to lower the SPR when you get to play in position with a decent hand. What's Aubrey gonna do? Is she gonna ruin our plan? Oh, man, we took down some pots here in short order. We're live half an hour. Yeah, more than 5 buy-ins. What? Alright. But we got lucky left and right though. With our whole cards, with the flops, our bluffs worked. Not gonna claim superior skill here. Off the bar, good to see you. Everything is pretty peachy here. I hope things are on the up and up for you as well. Yeah, it probably ran by you already how well this day is going. Some rocky days though. In August, we had a day where I was down 9 binds on stream. That's when I called it a day. Figured, you know, I'm not in the best mindset anymore. Cleared my head, and after after an hour, went back to the tables without streaming, and whoa, I wish it was double suited. And managed to only be down 4 binds that day, which made me sleep all the better. And yes, how was it yesterday? Yesterday we were down 4 binds. No, wait. I think so. I think we were down 4 binds. No. I don't. No, honestly, I don't remember what happened yesterday. Damn. Down 4? I think we broke even yesterday. Damn it, I don't know. Is somebody here who watched the end yesterday can tell me? I don't think that happened to me before. Off the bar games are amazing, especially when you run like the Lord like I just did the last half hour. But the tables are pretty nice too. As they have been pretty much the whole time since I moved up to PLO 50 the second time. First time we had stretches where the tables were meh at best at times. But right now they're just consistently amazing pretty much. Or at least good. I don't want to claim they're amazing all the time. They're certainly decent. How in the F did yesterday end? I'm gonna check the Discord. Did I post it on my Discord yesterday? This is embarrassing. This never happened to me. Yesterday was that day. That was yesterday. Where so I thought it was 2 different days. Yeah. Okay, there you have it. Yesterday was the day where I was down 9 buy-ins, and then they played on a little bit after the stream and was down only 4 buy-ins. So yeah. That's not gonna do it for us, these aces. Let's see if we fare better with these on table 2. We also had a very fun home game stream today. Played some PL2 on a home game table as well. $2 PLO, $2 buy-in, cash, and of course the play money free roll and real money tournament. Busted both today. Couldn't save a single bounty. But Icon was very nice. Put up an extra bounty of $3 on his head. And Ballaholic, good to see you back. I can tell you exactly what has been going. And I will do the bot, let the talking. So, MPN or RunItOnce softer? On the whole, like on average, I think RunItOnce is slightly softer. There are, however, times or sometimes just single tables on micro that can be super amazing. But I was just telling off the bar, who asked a similar question, or who asked how the games are going. Since I'm just gonna repeat it, gonna keep it short since everybody else just heard it. First shot when I moved up to PLO 50 on RunItOnce, we had days where tables were for stretches. And ever since I moved up the second time, i.e. July the 16th, games have been pretty much either somewhere between good and amazing, or somewhere between decent, I don't want to overblow it, somewhere between decent and amazing, pretty much the whole time. We had some iffy tables, of course, but then there was during times when we had enough tables, could close them, find better ones. And other than that, I am very surprised by the softness of PLO 50. Sure, there's some good players. I think yesterday I had a stream where there weren't any games on RunItOnce going, or not many. And the ones, no, not any during that time. And I was actually thinking about ending the stream because the games on microgaming were completely horrible. Were absolutely not worth our time. But just as I was pondering this possibility, some new players joined and that was all good. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. Off the bar, things are good here. Can't complain, that's great to hear. Off the bar. Cool. And Ballholic, right now I had an amazing 35 minutes and currently we're up 5 buy-ins today and in this session. You know what, we might have been up a buy-in before and are just up 4 for this session, which is still fine, but in total 5 for the day. All as well. Ain't gonna complain. Right now we're not getting many hands, but I'm certainly not gonna complain about that, given how the first half hour went. Wait. Not a single club blocking straights though. That's excellent. Giving us a flush draw on top. Not blocking any of our nuts. Ballaholic. Now, there's a problem with me being able to answer that question, and the problem is that I can't because of my agreement with RunItOnce. However, ask around on my Discord. I'm not going to be able to help you there myself either, but because I don't want to betray the good spirit that RunItOnce has brought forth when they took me, well, when I became a streamer for them. But other people there will be able to give you an answer that's going to be helpful to you. I apologize, but that's, yeah, due to the rules, all I can do. And you know I'm German, so I'm a stickler for the rules. Yeah, sorry. As soon as you hit Streamer 2 level for 2 months with RunItOnce, you get to sign like a non-compete kind of thing, which limits a few things. It is otherwise it doesn't restrict me much at all. But this is one of it's pretty much the only topic where where my hands are a little bit tied. It raised. Oh, this guy is almost all in. I hadn't noticed that he's so short. Ugh, he calls. Well, in that case, we're not through to the ace. But we are closing action. Top pair, backdoor flush draw. Less valuable, seeing that we're holding 3 hearts ourselves. I don't think there's much point in coming over the top here. Definitely, of all the people in the hand, it's either a good card for me or him, generally speaking, when it comes to the ranges that are in play here. Probably more for me, to be honest. But there's no side pot, so there's really no point in trying to get him out now. If there was a side pot, I probably would have bet. Alright, let's show us what you got. You had a straight, right? Yeah, you had a straight. Good. Yeah, fancy that. Giving us the nuts. Also very short, this gentleman. Time to mark those short stackers out, so I know. Certainly influences a lot of the decisions we're making pre-flop. Okay. Double check on that. Always a little bit uncertain when it comes to calling 3-bets, even with the double suited hands, which run so good. Now that's one interesting turn. With one interesting flop, giving us a top set. Oh. That's not a good card. Gives us ace with a 10 kicker. Ace with the queen, damn it. Whoa, we're deep-ish. Woo. How about that turn? Yeah, I don't mind just calling here. There's a whole bunch of draws. Make it 100 BB deep. Sure, I'll put it in. Could it be quads against quads? No, I doubt it. I think we should check. It's the best way to get the money in here if she wants to bluff or value bet something. Yeah. Doubt we get a call. A whole bunch of draws which didn't get there. Let's see. I think the call to try to get her to bluff was fine. Yeah, that's exactly it. She had the perfect wrap. Without a hard draw though. Just a wrap. Interesting. Here there's a rather interesting turn as well. No, I don't get paid. Well, hang on. Hang on, I'll answer you after this hand. So, I don't get paid per se. It's not like they give me a monthly amount of money just for streaming. The only thing I get paid is the streamer rakeback that everybody gets. So, yeah, that's all. And it's just something that they have in their terms of and conditions. If you make streamer level 2 for 2 months, then they ask you to sign a non-compete thingy. And since otherwise the way it's phrased, language in it is really benign, and that's the only stipulation they have, which I understand. You're not, you know, if you stream mostly for run-and-runs or a lot for run-and-runs, that they don't want you advertising for other rakeback deals, for other sites or anything. I get, especially for a site that is still small and growing. Yeah, I can sympathize. Icon. Yep, for round 2, and man, so far it has been going great, Icon. Welcome back. And thanks again for putting up that bounty on yourself today. Yeah, and what a session it has been so far. We flopped great left and right. Made one nice call, also one nice bluff. But as a result, more than 5 binds for the day. I think more than 4 for the session. Ooh, there's something happening here. I mean, I would have never been in this hand. Just curious if I'm blocking anything with relevance. Turns out I do. It's sixes. We would have gotten there. It's, you know, purely hypothetical. I regret nothing. I would never call this pre. With the ace-queen, I believe I showed it. I took it down on an ace-queen board. Get tired of the bad players. It's tough to get tired of the bad players, unless the dealer favors them. In which case, a break is sometimes very much needed. I don't know. You know what? I think it does get raised. I checked this one out earlier and it turns out I was too nitty. Let's check it out. No, not too nitty. It does get folded. It's fine for the button, I would suspect. Yeah, on the button it's a raise call. In the cutoff, you want to have at least a 5 accompanying the 9, so a king, jack, 9, 5. While we're talking about microgaming, let me check out if there's some tables that I definitely need to sit down on. Never know. Hey, there's something happening here. Sorry. Yeah, there's one where red tech sits down. Everybody else is a yellow tech, i.e. a regular. We'll see. If I get a seat there, I'll take it. Also something happening up here. Interesting. You know what, if she takes this one down, I'm actually gonna reset the table. I don't feel the need this late at night to play out of position a potentially huge part here against a tight aggro player. Also not ideal should a huge splash happen here to have to go in for 3 binds and like a 1000 BB splash, which we certainly still would need to do, right? Go for the check raise here, because why not? Get caught though. That part ain't fun. I think I was a smallish bet. We do have outs. Unlikely that he has a full house already. We need 10-5 hands being played. Alright, let's give it up then. Please don't beat us with the queen now. That would just be nasty. Alright, the 10 I can deal with. That I can deal with. Maybe we can stop it right away. if the semi-bluff on the flop doesn't work, which it does often enough. So that part I don't regret at all, but maybe on the turn I can just pump the brake and be done with it. Hope he checks behind. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit the mic there. What's the PLO 50 pool down 23 entries and 9 at PLO 10. Right. Alright. 9 high flush draw, no redraws. And we get caught and took her for some really small value there. Duh, I got seated back at the same table. That was not my intention. At least not once it got short. Find a larger table. Kippery, welcome back. How did it go? Wow, what a turn. Kippery comes back and we just turn nasty. The best way. Out of your stream, huh? You have it on YouTube already? You're not... You know, you're not... Oh, okay. Don't mind then. Ignore what I was gonna say. I will do so as well. The deuce? Also, why is the quality 2p40? 240p, I mean. Alright, so the stream was that bad, I take it? Man, I was hoping it went alright. Then I found the video on YouTube. Oh, that. Okay. Hang on. Hey, we have some stuff. What do we have? First of all, we have this, which is of course just rather excellent. Here, this is pretty sweet as well, and we're gonna go for the check raise. Here, we're just gonna call. Called a little bit too quickly. All right, let's roll this. Bets again, and I dig that. Gonna go for a smallish raise now. Just calls, not comes over the top. Ah, come on. Get bailed out this time, huh? Alright. Can we get it back here? This is a rather excellent card. Allows her to have a 6 and call. Icon. I used the home game as a bingo splash today as well in the cash game, I must admit. Just a tip. Take it under advisement, yeah. It's not a bad tip by any means. Matter of fact, I'm gonna copy that one out as well. Cheers, Icon. And done and done. Oh, speakers. Because we're training for more serious games, not vice versa. Also a point. So we lost an all in there, huh? Standards are falling everywhere. Hey, what's happening? Aces against... No? Oh, 2 pair made a full house. Okay. Good if you wanted to touch party. Yeah, I was rather confused, my friends. Sure, for tab as well, right now there are only 3. Because I ditched one here, I'm gonna let this one go. This one go as well. Can we find another one? No, the pool dropped to 10 players. That's sad. The microgaming tables pretty much plainly suck currently. Tja. Alright, I guess I'll drag one table over that. We don't have a seat on right now, this one here, but here a crazy dude sits down. And I'll just wait for a seat. Damn it, another table break-in, are you serious? Right, top pair in the gutter. Hang on, why is this pot so large? Did I 3-bet? Oops. Just saw the pot in the middle there. What happened here? I don't remember any of this. Oh. Dubious. Better than being Rickrolled. There's that. Are you kidding me? Where's everybody going? What happened? Damn. This microgaming it will be in a moment, but first of all we need to get seats there, and then second of all it's gonna be PLO 20 mixed in too. Just because, as I said, the PLO 50 tables suck. Yeah, that's all I can do currently. One PLO 10 table over here, and a PLO 50 table over here. As far as RunItOnce is concerned, me. By the way. Wait, what? Alright. No misclicking here. Here, however, closing the action, I got a call. 5BB in the middle. And that's rather nice. What ends up happening here? But I don't know. Yeah. I guess the positive spin would be they need to watch more of the stream. The self-serving spin, rather. Alright, well, we never dead. Matter of fact, we're doing nicely. And win it with a straight, I believe. Nah, that was, of course, a little bit lucky. Otherwise, we would have split it, I think. But cool. So, aces at the PLO... Wait, that wasn't supposed to happen at the PLO 10 table. Sure, let's just raid up. I'll take it. So we're still really close to being up 5 binds today. On the rainbow board, we don't need to go big here, I think. Alright. Just because I don't believe you. I should have believed him, as I said. Ooh, the full house already, too. That to 2 outs. Of course, the almighty Queen 743 takes this one down. Had I been a believer, I could have saved money. Yeah, I was basically very optimistically hoping he was on a draw. Often do you say, tja. Do I? I say alright a lot. I know that. The German tja, which is... That's a little bit like well or whatever. No, not whatever. Do I? No, you got me thinking, Flush Hype. Do I? Of course, we flop rather nicely, I would say. Also turn equally great. Yeah, I guess the German tja, that word is like what generally is understood when you go like, you know, you shrug your shoulders like, ah. With this variety of meanings. Ooh, wait, I got a table, I got a seat on the crazy microgaming dude table. Yes. Okay, I think this gets the prize for most awkward bet sizing of the day on my part. Really? I guess a total draw did not get there. A disciplined fold. I'm not being sarcastic either. Good for that guy. I keep checking the PLO 50 tables on microgaming world right now. They're very regular heavy. Ooh, never mind. I found a... Ooh, it's only PLO 20. But Azrael from yesterday is sitting down, and that guy was bags of fun. So, upcoming, we got the microgaming PLO 50 table here. Despacito to our right. Vaguely remember the name. I think it was rather nutty and deserving of the red mark. And here, Azrael, who you might remember from yesterday. I think it was playing PLO 50 for a few orbits yesterday as well. Did not go great for him, as I seem to remember. Instead of rickrolling people, I will fart roll them. I have no follow-up to that. Another crazy gentleman here. He finally got a fold. So this would be a fun table. I'm certainly going to open up my ranges here, gamble a little bit. Not too much, you know, out crazy. Too out crazy is probably not the best approach. I'll try to give some action here. Kinda hard to believe they didn't bet a king on the flop. Let's see. Didn't bet the ace king, no? Weird. But good for you. Hey ho. Ace king king queen, double suited, looking mighty fine. The highs and lows. Such a nice hand, such a brutal flop. Let's see, maybe with some miracle we're still good. Probably were for some time. We still are. Can't see that. So I found 2 more PLO 20 tables, which I shall sit down on as well, cause I see a bunch of red there. Red tags. I'll move those over whenever something interesting happens. I think at some point I will actually make dedicated space for and hotkeys for 6 tables on the screen, so I don't have to do the dragging over. But I have to come up with something for the hotkeys, and I think I know what to do. I'll buy a external like a USB just numpad, and there's a software where you can have Windows differentiate. Like normally, if you add a second keyboard and you press A, Windows doesn't differentiate it on what keyboard you press the letter A. But there's something that can be done there. And then I can have, you know, like the Stream Deck thingy where you have all the hotkeys, but I don't want to spend that amount of money for just hotkeys that I can do on my own. And yeah, I'll find a way. It's the short version. All right. With the nut flush blocker. Oof. This guy is short as well, making the prospect of eventually bluffing him on a heart less appealing. So let's not. So Mogama, me too. Especially this week where they have the 60% week and switched it around a little bit so you get half of your rake back directly to your account. Azrael left this table, that's fine. I'll just leave the table myself then. Down here. Right. Yeah, no MTTs. I mean, that's gonna be a huge change once they implement these. Sit and goes are already gonna help, I feel. And also still in beta, once they leave beta. They will probably hopefully ramp up the advertising as well. Okay. It's not a bad card at all. I hope. Will we find a believer? Dun dun dun. See? Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, I know, but I read about it. The problem there is you don't have a tactile feel. You don't have a feel for the buttons. And I prefer I do. Thanks for the tip though. I do appreciate it. So we have a pair, we have a gutter, we have the nut flush draw. That's an excellent bet sizing. And that's another very satisfying river. Not gonna bluff here. After he just called us queen deuce. Scary enoughy. No, that's a much nicer hand. On microgaming is a lot less compared to 1 year ago. I played there a year ago, let me think. Yeah, you're right. PLO 50 is still plentiful, but I feel there was more PLO 20 going on. But it's also the summer, so it remains to be seen if that gets better in the... summer is traditionally the weakest time for online poker. Whoa! We were all in now. Okay. Everybody had sort of a hand. Right. Please don't bet, sir. I made a straight. Make the low end of the straight. Yeah. He's got our number. Well, okay. This call I certainly could have avoided. On the other hand, it's a red tag. See how crazy is he with the c-betting. Not a huge sample size. Don't know. Alright, take that one down at least. That was certainly to the tune of one buy-in here, the whole deal. I think that should be about right. Actually more. 70 bucks in total. It's last time we checked on microgaming. Which still puts us 4 buy-ins ahead for the day. Streaming is so much easier. I'm sure it does, but I only need it for the hotkeys, and that I can do some other way. Mainly, like right now, I just use my F keys, F1 through 6, because they don't interfere with any of the things I have opened, except for F1, which sometimes open up like a help window or a browser help, but whatever. And yeah, that's all I really need it for. And with what I described earlier, being able to use a dedicated numblock, numeric pad like external keyboard type of thing. If I can get by with that, then I shall be happy. Speaking of happy, where do I put this? Here we're letting it go. Does anybody really have a full house here? I doubt it. I'm putting it in. Otherwise we just have to hit the 10 or... The 8th 443. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Well, we can close the PLO 10 table in a moment. Well, that was nasty. Whereas this is much nicer. Oh, you know what? I thought I had a rundown. Not a pair in my hand. Well, okay. Okay, everybody. So that's how it is. Jesus Christ. Oh, you didn't play there was more PLO. Yeah, PLO 200 and 100 is... Yeah, if not that, then on life support. Like PLO 200 I see going... Don't see going too often. Right now there are a few tables, 3, 4. Only one PLO 100 table. Yeah, definitely right. Not a lot. Yeah, I saw that they reverted that decision. Good for them. I bet it made a lot of Rex leave. But the new client still won't allow you to table select as far as I know. And I think HUDs, like the old HUDs that still work on the old tables, as they do currently for me, are not going to work on the new Prima client either. So once that one becomes mandatory, I will be way less interested in continuing to play there. It's different to RunItOnce, because there I don't have a HUD, but I have the dynamic avatars and also the splash pods on top, and yeah, that's a different story altogether, or a different combination of factors. And neither one of which is true on micro. Somebody killed this table here? Wasn't me this time. But good point, Flush that they reverted it. I was rather impressed that they did when I read about it. It was pure coincidence that I did too, because I don't browse the 2+2 thread on microgaming much anymore. It's the bulk of my volume is now on RunItOnce. Simon says pot. That's pot twice, huh? I called because I was blocking Queen Jack, Ace Queen, and I had a flush draw. I was really curious to see what he does on the turn. Chips now. Oh, they're gonna revert that, huh? They're gonna give out all the hand histories now? Really? That should make for accurate tracking once more. Yeah, I have to reread that on the 2+2 forums then. That's very... I didn't know that they were going that far with reverting those changes. Cool. Checked again up here. Block jacks, might be behind queens 10s, but otherwise, might take this down. Right now it's decent. Yeah, Sunday afternoon. I saw right now there's actually some games going on there. It's really small. Alright. Called, wouldn't be surprised if it's the wheel. Yep. Wheel that went for small value and got it. Or the other gentleman called then. Curious. Just Chi-Ching! Hey, how did your session go? Thank you for the raid, Chi-Ching. Welcome over, everybody. My name is NutRaisin and I am playing PLO 50 full time. Basically, it's what I do these days. Touch that rated indeed! Thank you very much, Chi-Ching, for the raid. And let's hope there's some raid run good here. We certainly need it, because we flopped nuts and have little invasive redraws. And huge shout out to you, Chi-Ching. If you guys don't know who Chi-Ching is, and I doubt you don't by this time, but check her out. She's a super nice streamer that streams tournaments on PokerStars on her Twitch channel, which you can find right here in the chat. I suggest giving her a follow. I enjoy my time on the channel whenever I'm there. Oh, I got the aces crack. Yeah, right, you were in the final table. PLO action outside of PokerStars becomes so thin that it's really tilting. I want to go back to... Yeah, I wouldn't want to go back 2 stars. I hate not to, you know, at the end of the year when you check out how much rake you paid and you get like 3% back, that would tilt me for the next year. Or at least way into the next year. Maybe get aces at this here PLO 50 table. And have a very decent hand down here. The aces took it down pre. Here we get to 3-bet with ace 8, 7, 5, double suited. If we get raised again, we shall not fold. That's even better. So we ran into some, I don't want to say setups. We lost some pots recently, but we are still doing fine for the day. Down like 60, but on run it once. Let's check. Around 2 buy-ins up still, I believe, if I'm mistaken. 50, yeah. No. 3. We're up 3 buy-ins. I think. I recall my starting balance correctly. So it's one or the other. 3 or 2 binds that we're up. Hey, more aces might help in our endeavor to make a healthy profit for the day. Have a raise in front by a loose aggro player. They're not great aces, but for 100 BB, it's never a mistake to come over the top. Bunch of draws are there. It's kind of an interesting one. Do I want to check? There are a lot of turns that are hard to play. Okay. It's a flush draw out for us, but it's only 5 high, and a whole bunch of straight draws got there. Also an excellent bluffing spot on a 3-bet pot, so I'm a little bit uncertain. There's a point in ever calling here. Like, this is a standard fold pretty much always. Let's roll the dice here. Maybe a deuce can help. This is certainly no help. Deuce pairing the board, putting us ahead of a 9-8, 10-9 type of deals. Or the flush might sometimes be good. But yeah, as I said, generally a spot where I don't think twice about folding. And other than that, there are no hands happening for us currently. Down here, 3 ways, no point in bluffing. Then check, check all the way. So we have some PLO 20 tables on the screen. Well, at least one, this one here. Just because there's not enough PLO 50 action right now that is of interest. Queens down here, take it down pre. Alright. Top pair, 4 ways, no flush blocker. Just gonna check to make 2 pair on the turn. There are not enough clubs, which would definitely allow us to put some money in. Gives us a gutter ourselves, which would not be the nuts, and there's some decent blockers, but 4 ways. Alright, top 2 sounds pretty good. And they thought so too. Need to let this one go. And same is true down here. So how did the final table go, Chi-Ching? I heard you got your aces cracked, but I'm curious to see how deep you got. And what tournament was it? Give me more info, give me input. Closing the action, decent connectivity, suited to the ace, definitely worth a call. And so, not our board. It couldn't be less of our board if it tried. On the other hand, on one extra table, which I need to move over, because I don't have a dedicated slot and hotkey for that one, is a hand where we have aces. Do make a gutter here. Everybody keeps checking. Everybody checked it through on the flop at least. And a complete swing and a miss here. Oh, they're playing for some money. The aces took it down pre. Just out of the way then. Brutally kicked out aces versus kings. It was the end of the session. Meh. But very happy to hear you had a good session other than that. And at least that, you know, that's just fate. It's not like you misplayed, made a huge error there. So I find these spots, on the whole, easier to stomach. Although, well, it's a double-edged sword. It's the other way around. If you do make a blunder, then at least you know what to fix. If it's just fate, then yeah, I can't really do anything about it for future reference. Giving us the coveted straight flush, the raid run good is indeed real. Do you carry my quad, sir? You do have the straight flush, right? Right. Just a raise with the ace-high flush would be cool too? No? Can we find another PLO 50 table and run it once? Not right now, but there are 2 full tables running at least. I'm gonna ditch this table too. I only sat down here because there was an interesting character sitting down to our immediate right, and now there's only one spot at this table, besides me. Just this gentleman, that's just not worth my time, I think. Alright. Just in time to switch over here for a huge pot, which unfortunately ended right at that moment. So let me check if microgaming offers some interesting prospects that I have so far overlooked. Do have the aces over here on a PLO 20 table. A rather nice card on the whole, although the big blind can certainly hit this more than, for example, the small blind. Get raised with the flush draw, the gutter. And the 7 is not ideal, but I prefer the high card when it comes to spades. I'm not complaining about making a nut flush, don't get me wrong. Just put a bunch of full houses out there that are definitely possible. I already feel this being a stupid call. Yeah, that's exactly why the 7 was not a great river. On the other hand, I didn't need to call. Like, not gonna try and blame the dealer for that. Was the 60-50 PKO? Wow! That must have been a... If you reach the final table, you must have hopefully had a decent amount of bounties there then. Sweet! Lot of in the money, she rocked the tables hard! Nice! You go, Chitting. Very nice. Having little shoulder belly with just a top pair, we do take it down with our bluff. Would have been surprised if we got called either. But we didn't. And all is well. That shuts me right out. Nope, not a single microgaming table at PLO 50 that is of any interest to us. Alright, so for now, the two microgaming tables that we do have on the screen are PLO 20. Kings versus aces, yeah, that's really not a hand you want to go in with. Let's hope he sticks around. If he does, then he's gonna get a note. And this gentleman left, that is a pity. But good for him, he probably wouldn't have been a decent mindset anymore. If he was to begin with, who knows. So good on him for taking a break. Oof. What is it with hearts today? But actually, I like how Kippery approached this spot, a similar spot in the stream earlier. Just bet, trying to give them a reason to fold, then give up. I see turn huge like another ace or so. Ace jack 7-7 under the gun. That's a fine open. Can check out, wait until pre-flop is over though. Because I'm not quite sure what I'll do against the re-raise. I think I still call. Suited ace, some connectivity between the 7 and the jack. Against a big blind I would c-bet here a lot. Just as an exploitative adjustment, necessarily for GTO reasons, which is way overrated. And a term that actually doesn't feature on this channel pretty much at all. This in jest. Let's figure this out. It's the pre-flop approach here from a solver. It is a raise, and it's either a raise call or a raise fold. And it's only true if you're perfectly single suited, i.e. 2 of the suit and suited to the ace. If that is not a given, then you just fold it with the ace jack. And he folds here. Good stuff. Nothing cooking for us here, not even to complete the action. Queens... Yeah, the cutoff it's fine. Provided this gentleman folds. Not entirely sure. I don't think it should be called if he raises. Get out. For both scenarios. So the cutoff I suspect is a good raise, and I'm gonna raise all this as well. And that's completely correct. What are we supposed to do against a MP open there? The queen 7-6-5 gets raise called, which I figured, but the 6-4 gets folded, which makes a lot of sense as well. Thank you very much for the good lucks, Dutchlat. And yeah, you go to bed. If you're indeed from the Netherlands, then probably a good point in time to call it a night. Cheers, thanks for sticking around for a moment and checking out the channel. So we're not gonna get overpairs to fold. Can get a better jack to fold very often. Don't have queens. Nice. Start bluffing right away here because we had the accents. 6 blockers, 2 of them. In a splash pot, 150 extra in the middle, 3 big blinds. With a decent hand, well, decent-ish. Even double suited, having a deuce and a 3 in your PLO hand is rarely such a nice thing. This flop, it's kind of alright, giving us a gutter, a pair, and a nut flush draw. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did too. This is evident in the clip. Yeah, I quite like it too. That's a crazy 2 days. Same day we saw, that was during the splashy hours when they gave, what was it, 80% rakeback in terms of the form of the splashes. And the same day we had another splash, another 1000 BB splash, which I didn't win. And then the next day we had 2 800 BB splashes so where they put 400 euros in. It was completely off the charts those 2 days. That definitely makes sense. I show up with a lot of queen jacks here. Here I show up with the nuts and they stay nutty. Get caught. Wait, what now? Oh, you made the low straight. Been there, done that today. Including the call, just for more money, so I'm not gonna make fun of you. Because I feel your pain. Stepping out of line here a little bit might be a thing. Also nice if you do have a gutter, which would be turn nuts. And some various other ways to potentially make the best hand. Right. So at this point we have flush 9 high and no redraws anymore. Can't improve our hand. Pair the board. Alright. That's an interesting spot again. Okay, first of all, let's check behind here. I'm good with that. Sweet. Good thing we didn't bet. He might have turned this into a bluff, and this would have been a tough one to call. So here I'm actually going to come over the top. Trying to get these people out. A lot of that money in the middle. This guy is short, although he's never been aggressive before. I still think it is fine-ish. Of course, if we get called by one of these guys, then... well, we're playing for the side pot, I guess. That's how that sentence ends. And how this one starts and ends is we have the current nuts. Again, okay, second nuts. Deep in the tank, huh? We take it down on table 4 right away. Could fold it. Or I guess you can call as well. Maybe that'll be fun too. Not my standard approach in this spot. Alright. Oh well, oh well, oh well. In position we don't need to raise. just keep the pot smallish and control the pot size for the rest of the hand, basically. Here, both backdoor flushes. I would like to see a turn. Done with the hand at this point if he bets, which he doesn't. Cloud, you missed the home game again, right? But maybe it helps you to know that in the future the home games will be on Fridays. I don't know if that's a better time for you. Welcome back, Cloud. Nah, he had the queen. Might have well been a bluff with a wrap that just didn't hit anything. Not a happy flop for aces there. There's some merit to coming over the top here every once in a while. Sure, let's do this a little bit. He just calls, really. I guess we get to check back a lot. Ugh. So the upside is we have a pair and two gutters. Both of which would be to the nuts, I think. Yeah. Downside is, of course, that we neither have a flush draw nor a backdoor flush draw here. No blockers to these flushes. Alright, I think there's a little bit too much money in the middle. That's great for us. Don't do it. Nice! You shouldn't have 3-bet, sir. I wouldn't have said that had I lost the pot. Nice hand, he says. Thank you very much, sir. I unfortunately can't say the same without being sarcastic. I'm just gonna leave it at a thank you. Whew. So, gonna take a note on that. He 3-bet the... Ace Queen... Oh, Ace Queen Queen 9. I didn't see the queens, to be honest. But still, that doesn't make it any better. Two pair over here. He didn't... What did he actually flop? He did flop the overpair and the flush draw. I checked and he went in. I would have done the same in his shoes. Make all the pairs here, apparently. Top 2 now. Well, top 2 turn to top 2. You lurk away, my lady. And thanks for bringing all your friends over. So on microgaming, things have been iffy because I kept getting in spots where I called down with, you know, not the best hand. Pair, gutter, and a nut flush draw. Yeah, sure. We're deepish. Still. Pretty mad if he comes over the top. Yeah, so on microgaming we're down 2 buy-ins, but on RunItOnce things are a little bit happier. I think that's 2 pair on this board. It's not a lot. Especially not if he bets. If he checks, sometimes we might be good. Ace is here, money's going in from my end if he wants to. He bets and I'll let go. That 5 is rather excellent, usually. Hope that's true here as well. Still gonna put the money in if he calls, if he comes over the top. You couldn't have called with a flush draw, I could have called with other draws, which he's not gonna call with now. Great. Cheating, thank you very much. Got a little bit lucky there. Can't deny that. I found a third PLO 50 table on RunItOnce. Is Jamie C streaming now? No, he's not. Because if so, then he would have been at my tables. That would have been interesting to know. What did I start the day with? I think... no. I believe we're up 5 buy-ins on RunItOnce, which would make it up, which would make us a profit of 3 buy-ins for the day. 2 pair here, huh? I think I have to let it go. Kind of weird that he bet. It's really weird that he bet so... Wait, what? Alright. That's a strange bet sizing. And no mistake. Yeah. That was the reason why I wanted to fold, or why I really considered folding there. These guys comes over the top, I kinda have to let it go. Yeah, no, I definitely do. So, I have no idea what this guy has. This guy has to have the aces here. With hearts, I guess? And this guy a wrap with lower hearts? I don't know. Let's watch. Second. Wait, what? What the... What? That was some hand. Calls, huh? Alright. Wouldn't mind taking it down here. If he comes over the top, I'll let it go. I probably didn't have aces with an ace with another pair. And if he was on a pure draw, he might want to bluff it now. So I'm very likely not folding. Perfect. That one, for a change, worked perfectly. Nice. With the backdoor flusher. Alright. Gives us a gutter to the straight flush. Ugh. Really? We're good. How did that work? Is that legal? Here. I used my accent blocks to raise on the flop, on the turn. And hopefully get it through now. Get snapped, don't want to get anything but folded up on. Oh well. Was I not a believer, or he had the nuts himself? Too bad, it was a fine spot for it, I felt. We weren't blocking the flush draw. And we were blocking the nuts as heavily as we can. Yeah, playing a big one. 3-ways, yeah. I know, but this was a stupid call, and now at least I can let it go. Versus the re-raise. Because my straight is very often not good here. Wow, damn it. Jack 8, 7, 6. Oh, well, we're not folding, depending on what this guy does. It's a little bit tempting. Make the 6 a 9 or 10. I think I just put it in. There might be some argument to put it in anyway. If they both have high cards, fuck it. Not fuck it, but I think it's reasonable, question mark. Look how flush draws are good. No, that's not good for us. A 9's not gonna take it here. Ace isn't here, that type of hand. Yeah, I'm not sure I should be regretting much here though. It's an interesting one. Take this one out. I mean, we were pretty deep here, and effectively deep too. Yeah, I'm not sure how bad I should feel. Here, I'm putting money in. Like there's no tomorrow. Pair, all the front door and back door flushes. Front door to the nuts as well, back door to the second nuts. And the gutter. I bet it to 3 people, which should give him pause with this overpair, if he indeed has it. There was a rather interesting hand, one on the other table. This one I'll put into the Discord tonight. I'm not sure how I should feel about it. You should hit against the terms of service. Right? It's a pity that this guy had the hand he had and not, you know, aces or kings himself. In which case... Oh, flush draws were live, right? Yeah. I think we got... Except for this guy covering a lot of our whole cards and draws, we had a still decent equity there. And once he, what was it, 4 bets, and he comes over the top, it is so unlikely that he has like a drawing hand as well. Like a pure drawing hand, not aces or kings themselves. I have a decent wrap here in the pair. Kind of makes one of our outs dirty. The 8 is not... Wait, the 8 wouldn't have helped us before anyway. Actually, it just adds an out for us. Never mind. So we're not folding here. Ugh. Did I catch us bluffing here? I think so. Come on, just fold. You're making me nervous. Whew. Yeah, I'm curious if I get slammed for the way I played this hand on the Discord. Or not. We'll see. Got it to the nuts and a backdoor nut flush draw. Kinda would be interested in a turn. It's an excellent price, definitely allowing us to do so. There's a pair, and at this point, rather excellent blockers on a rainbow board. Nice. Really, I mean, now we have to let it go. Now definitely. Now doubly so. Ain't going that crazy. What Spock products am I using, Icon? I use a like cheap-ish but fairly decent e-cigarette. I just got a new, what's it, Nautilus? What are they called? The thing on top, I can't quite come up with the name. Atomizer? Atomizer. And I mix my own liquid. So I buy base and nicotine and some aroma. Or some flavor, I guess, is the word. And I mix it myself, and subsequently it's really super cheap. I pay, I think I did the math, I pay like 1 or 2 cents a day. Something. Yeah, I think I bought 1 liter of base. Do it a year ago, and I still have 250 milliliter left. And I have a relatively low nicotine content, like somewhere around 6 milligram. And blueberry flavor. Blueberry flavor is nice. If we get raised, we can still call, especially the more people call, the better the price we get. Gonna see bet here. Here we have a pair in the gutter, which would be to the nuts. Doubtful we get to see a turn. Actually, let's check. Start betting on this one, although he does show up with some kings, but I do too. Yeah, we'll let this one be. If he leads, of course, I'm done, unless he leads really small. No, at least that part went our way. Let's see if it's good that we made the nut flush. Might not be. Might be king's full. That's pretty much it. King's full in some shape or form. Wouldn't surprise me for this bet sizing. Or 7-4. Fair enough. Top pair and a flush draw, otherwise pretty drawy board. Good story. Playing the NLO8 on poker, so keep forgetting that I'm not playing NLO8 and keep wondering why are you folding some hands? Alright, down to heads up here, let's not do that. Sure, more adventurous players raise here a lot on the turn. Hey! I raised here pre and finally flop something nice on a microgaming table. Been a while. I have. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. This, however, might be. Not an amazing card, not the worst card. Small blind doesn't show up with a lot of 5-6s. I might be wrong. Hey! It is rep and quads, or no? Are good. No, are good, is what I'm trying to say. So I think the tally right now is that on RunItOnce we're up a little more than 3 buy-ins still. Whoa. Up to. And on microgaming we should be down, I don't know, roughly 2-ish buy-ins. $90, so we're up more than 1 buy-in still. I'll take it. So how's the tournament going? Do I have it? 3 dollars is quite a buy-in already. Oh, I remember him. I have to note this for the guy who 3-bet ace queen queen 6 whatever it was, even though he's tight passive. According to RunItOnce themselves, I like that we have that note. We know he can't step out of line. Checking it now. Gonna let it go if he bets. More action up here. Kings, huh? These are not really good enough to squeeze. I think, let me check. Which razor leads right out? Alright, never mind. That solves that question. King, Jack 4, triple. Yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine call and perfectly fine non-squeezing hand. Here we make the current nuts. I let the flop too. After he was raising pre, that's an excellent card. Hopefully puts gives him a straight. And these people have seen me bluff. And we still have the nuts. We do, yeah. 2 out of 51 with late reg. Hey, we get called. In 1 minute. Oh, nice. Do I have it? Nice. This gentleman on the table called. He had aces. He called with aces. Really? Okay. Look at raised, I'm letting it go. Means we're now sitting on a stack here and making some money back on microgaming. Five card PLO 8 cash. I've pretty lost though, wouldn't even begin to describe how I would feel in that game. Huh. Hey, got a good memory icon. I think it is Eddie Cuts. Ace King 5-4 on the button. Let's check this out. Am I indeed supposed to fold it? No, the 5-4 gets raised called, seeing as suited. Huh. Can't see that. Set it in for 3:30. Ah, nice. So already a huge win just being in this tournament. Now second out of 51. Whoa. Well done. Already successful, even if you know, bust at some point. Oh. Alrighty. Middle set. Single raise pot. Oh. On to three-handed here, huh? Ugh. Do I need that? Turning top pair. Not much in the way of kickers here. Is king queen or better king? We should be good a lot. So we are. Lush draw for us. He's calls her. Don't raise though. Be nasty. Okay. At least a pair. Not much given the fact that we have a tough time making two pair, which might never be good. That's pot, I'm out. Not much to do. Eights and fours. Used to play a lot and got very... Alright, alright. Then you already know what you're doing then. Makes all the difference. But got rusty. Yeah, it's like riding a bike. I'm sure. Well, yeah, I think so. Tends to come back quickly. At least most of it. Both of them check. Let's see if we can't get them off their hands. Cool. And a sweat for a moment. Don't make it too obvious that we're bluffing. Splitting it up, sounds good to me. A pair and a nut blocker and an open ender for us, which would be to the nuts. Maybe leading out can be a thing, although it kind of blows when we get raised. Nuts on a rainbow board with a redraw. And there's that redraw. No customer though. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for any bluffs. Giving us a, what, a double gutter, right? Right. 5 would make us the nuts. The 10, not so much. Okay. Cool. Small pot, but it's ours. Top pair and an open ender. On the rainbow board, I don't mind betting. So we're blocking hands you can call with a little bit, giving us... That doesn't really change much when it comes to our open ender. All our straights would still be the nuts. Nah. Have a little bit of showdown value. 8 and... Yeah, I guess for one call, why not? For one bet calling on the flop, why not? Something happening over here. Letting this go. Top and middle pair. Calling, and we were good the entire way. I think it's a pair of 9s and a gutter. Oh, that's rather funky. Oh, never mind. I thought I had a pair of 4s in my hand. Never mind, never mind. Because I don't. No, tries I might. All the other tables that are running on microgaming, they all blow donkey balls. This is what we got. What we got here is a gutter. And some blockers. Not gonna come in handy on this river. There was an ace in the mix, alright. Ace Queen 9-6 double suited. First fine hand we had on Run It Once in a while. Yeah, I opted to fold. Doesn't matter. Can't call a 3-bet. Can hardly call a single raise. Actually, we can't call even a single raise into small blind here. Maybe if the whole table calls, sure. But loose aggressive to our left, who might come over the top a lot. Nah. Just a straight up fold. 9, queen 9, alright. Hey, aces on the micro game table where we are deep. It's a shorty here, I have no problem getting it in. Ooh, now we can't get any help, can we? Bad, we would have made the flush too. Cheating! Welcome back in the channel. I'm back to work in the morning. I hear you on that score. We make it straight, don't we? Guys, if you're watching and you have not heard of Ching, do check out her channel. She's a super nice person herself. She plays good tournament poker, and that's what she does on her channel indeed. I'm just gonna let this go. Here we get to raise. So if you don't follow Ching, check her out, and maybe you should like her. The chances are rather good that you will. Hey, that's quite nice. I can't closing the action. Up the nuts. A little bit of a few redraws there. Maybe to a better straight, or to a flush, or way more distantly, a full house. Get called by the King of Gambler. Can we get the buy-in back here? Hey, we might get another PLO 50 table now. And so we do. Alright, RunItOnce to the rescue, and we find ourselves a third PLO 50 table. While these people are playing for some money, it seems. Actually, crazy dude is sitting at the PLO 50 table. We would have position on him. I'm gonna check out the tables, see if the stats actually confirm his craziness. Nope. This is on the adventurous side, put it mildly. That's a nice card. But this guy called our bluffs earlier. Actually, he had the second nuts when he called, I believe. I was blocking the nuts. Yeah, giving up on this. Oh, actually, no, I'm not blocking the nut flush. Let's hope he has that. Now he can fold. Denied. There's a more legitimate raising hand. And we flop a top pair, backdoor flush draw. Great potential down the road. Otherwise a pretty disconnected board all in all. Giving us that gutter. Not lose this one. Ah, you had a pair, really? Oh, well, you had a pair. You had a pair of threes. I think we saved money there. I have a feeling you wouldn't have folded the turn. At least that's what I'm telling myself to make myself feel better. Hey, more aces over here. And the table is down to heads up, which I'm not down with myself. Now somebody coming over the top wouldn't go amiss, and just as I thought about starting that sentence, somebody actually does. Alright. Pair and the low end of the straight over here. This guy folds. I'm not unhappy about that at all. I think that he's deep. And here the money's going. Yeah, I think it's going in. Not terribly excited. Ace is on the micro gaming table with the potential crazy dude to our right. Yeah, actually, that's kind of fun. Just fold it. Would be fine. A squeezing spot. We do get that fold, and it is indeed fine. Cool. The ace is on table 3, took it out. Crazy dude. Wasn't crazy enough, apparently. Yeah. 2 backdoor flush draws, gutter, 2 pair outs, often enough good as well. Wouldn't mind getting it all in. Wouldn't hate it, at least. I think, do I have it? I think Cha-Ching left. Interesting turn. Giving us a complete wrap. But no helpful river. Fair enough. Eh. Actually check up on it. What the solver perspective would be. But either way, it's a rare marginal hand, I feel. Jack 8-5. Does get raised. Of course gets raised folded. But yeah, I think either way is fine. Not taking all the thin edges in a high rake environment can't be a mistake. So this guy looks interesting, this guy. High VPIP, absolutely low aggression player. Looks fine as well. Quite not triple suited. Even single suited, it's doubtful in MP. Again, let's check it out. Can't be a mistake. Let's assume it's perfectly single suited. 10-7, King 10-10-7. In a spot where I might have Maybe I should have folded, but here the money is going in now. I raised pre, which I think is fine. It's definitely fine. But I should have folded to re-raise, but got lucky with the flop so far. Ooh, you have that, huh? And the straight flush takes it home. Don't mind if I do. Wait, to be fair, any flush would have taken it home. Any pair would have taken it home. I'm also gonna check out King 10-10-7 suited, assuming it is perfectly singer suited. In middle position, raise first in. Can get raise called or can get raise folded that hand. And triple suited it is indeed just a fold. With the King 9 it's a raise call actually with the like 3 hearts, King 10-9. But there the connectivity is the deciding factor, I would think. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it is. You're wishing well. How about a Queen of Spades? To spice things up a little bit. There it is, the Queen of... No, that's the even better thing, actually. Interesting times ahead down here as well. We're deep against this gentleman. And here we're gonna part it with the myriad of draws out there. Am I showing the right table? No, I'm not. This is the one I'm talking about, of course. Down. And take this one down. Yeah. So close to being a good board. Well... Alright. Nice. Some thin value coming our way. He called with Ace, King, King, X. I think he had 2 pair in the end, right? I think I saw an 8. King, King, 8. No! Just a pair of the straight. Top pair, top kickers. How we're doing? I know we made some money back on micro. Up 160 on RunItOnce. Definitely still down on micro. Much 74 plus 60. So we're up 2 buy-ins if I do my math right. Pretty sweet. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Really, do you need to come over the top here, sir? Was that a thing that needed to happen? Ah, we have a whole bunch of outs, though. This is brutal. Alright. It's possibly the worst option. Hey, I'll take it back. We have the mortal nuts. A decent pot. calls her. Good feeling we're splitting it now. If he calls, I'm gonna tank for a long while before coming over the top. Not sure it'll make any difference, but maybe then he can't lay it down in the end. Perfect. So that's exactly what's gonna happen. Bear with me while we listen to some elevator music. No, never mind. Hey, in the meantime we have a little set here and ace is over here. We're splitting with you, I know that much. Question is, can you put it down? The aces take it down pre. Here we get raised. He is really short. Hopefully he's on a draw. I would say he's on a draw. Yep, he is. And a good one too. That's him. That's it for him now. No, it isn't. Yeah, splitting this one up confirmed, and he made a good fold in the end. Surprised we took this one down. I thought he made it. Misread his hand. It is late. So much profit did we make there? Yeah, it was like 20 bucks, something like that. Still fine. I shall take it. Ah, nice. Another run at once table is going as well. And the run at once tables on the whole are rather decent currently. I think I'll ditch the PLO 20 table, because right now I have 6 tables going. That's a little much. Do you care to come over the top? Roderick with the P. Wait, here. 3 ways, you say? Alright. Giving us 2 pair. Kinda funky. Can the run could continue? Yes! Big fold though. Ace is down here. Gonna be deep against this gentleman if he decides to partake. We make the nuts here and have a nice flop. Against full stacks, I'm just gonna pot it, never folding. All the backdoor flushes. Right. That's not a good river. Very unfortunate. That's it too. Potted now. On a rainbow board, there's some argument to be made to just call or keep this guy in. Sure. Same hand, right? You have a redraw. Don't get there. Cool. You can profit of $4 at least. Make a good hand here in the end. I couldn't fold it on turn. I called on the flop for a okay bet size turn. He bet bigger, but now I had the open ender and the flush draw. Actually a double gutter, I'm just realizing now. Making it even less of a brainer. Ah, it should be Making it even more of a no-brainer, right? Right. The joys of semantics. Ugh. Alright. I've been burned in these spots a lot before. Close your eyes. Have blockers. Ace, queen, queen. Drawing pretty thin there. I had the flush draw covered as well. Bear with me while I try to... Yeah. Organize the tables nicely. $54 looked up, but going for the win. Awesome! Do I have it? Awesome! It's a call every day. I'm not sure what... And I'll just put it in the chat so I don't have to wait so long. I don't have to wait so long. So shrunk it back to 5 tables, 4 of them on the main screen, 1 I have to the side, and I'll bring it over whenever necessary. This has to be fine against the button. Don't ask me what I should do if he comes over the top though. I think I would still call. Yeah, I will call. Let's check out what the solver position is on this whole situation. Ace 8, 7, 4. Yeah, I think it's... both the things I set are probably true. Intriguing turn. Can make one more straight flush. What was it? Ace 8, 7, 4. That one gets raise folded. Alright, so starting with Ace 8, 7, 5, you raise call. That one I would have raised called without looking it up. I know I was hem and hawing about a call earlier, but I'm not sure. Say it's a call every day, what spot it was. On the whole, we still made some money in the last minutes, I feel. Yeah, instead of being down almost 2 buy-ins on micro gaming, we're not on only 1. Wait, no, that's fine. Here, I mean. 3 extra money, I'm not folding this. Closing the action. Up top and bottom there. You know, bets. Sure what to think about it. Sleepy dude. Sure, if he wakes up for this. Let's not be nasty. Let him sleep. Yeah, the queen pairing on the turn is not so nice. Yeah, we should be up more than 2 binds now for sure. Oh. Straight board. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Cool. As always, I can appreciate it. It's the time, 1:30. Hey, you know what? I think I looked this one up earlier in the cutoff, and this was a race. Easy dude, rarely 3 bets. Alright, actually, I think now that we gotten this far in the hand, gonna be a race all in, I think. Denied so far. Gotta be good, right? Nice. I bet he had the aces. No, ace king jack 6. Alright. Great board, big pot. Oh, right. The big, yeah. Cool. Now I do remember. Okay. One more bet in you, and if so, probably need to fold. Nice. Bluff. Lose aggro. Oh, see, I wasn't thinking of that spot. Alright. I think I'm gonna call here. Hoping it's a bluff. Blocker. Nope. No bluff, huh? The third guy. Yeah, I was trying to get more money out of the third guy. I thought fat chance that he's gonna call, but I felt I had to go for it. Oh, you mean on the turn? I think you mean on the turn where I was hem and hawing, right? That it's a call every day on the turn. Yeah, just too many outs, right? Let's see. This guy is shorted. This is unfortunate for our blocking potential. I think in that case I'm just gonna bet. Comes over the top, life gets iffy. Scutter, he's really short at this point. Ugh. Really? Really? So one bad call and a little bit of bad luck here. Top 2. And we're still up, but with between those 2 pots, we are probably only up 1 buy-in now. Yeah. Don't have ace king, don't have ace king, don't have ace king. That'll work. In the meantime, we have the ace jack 7-6 here. That does not help us at all. And open ender. Alright. Pairs here in the end. Calls, no hearts. That's good. This guy no bets though, and I'm gonna let it go. 3 people. Take it down here. Another decent double pseudo days on table 3. It's 964. Not gonna raise it in a big blind though. Is it a squeeze? No, I don't think so. Two pair nut flush draw, backdoor flush draw. There are gonna be chips going in the middle if we have anything to do with it. Let's hope this guy summon. Here we have the best hand now. Yeah. They all folded. Top 2. And over here the nuts. Let this one go. Ugh. Where's something, huh? We do have a diamond though. Usually often swings it in the favor of calling if he bets, but he can bet quite large. Not an enjoyable prospect. Tightish dude. Doesn't bet much on the river. Let it go. If he bluffs us off a split, then... Or just straight up bluffed us, then good for him. Yep, still up roughly by, and actually a tiny bit under, I think. Like 40 bucks or so. Keep putting it all in, no? Entirely sure. I think it's alright-ish. I'm not folding to a re-raise at this point. Yeah, fine. Completely fine. Ooh, nice. Interesting one down here. Flush draw unfortunately puts the higher wrapped out there, or the higher straight at least. Now this should be a safe card, safe looking card for him. Whether he has a straight or just something else. That door. Two pair. Of course if he has a straight he's gonna get maximum value on this card. Because I can't fold at this point naturally. Otherwise what's the point in calling the turn? That's good. And aces down here might be good. Okay. Looking mighty fine. Giving us top set and the flush draw. Excellent turn. And at this point I'm going to leave this table. There's absolutely no body of interest in there. And the same is true for the other, for the extra table I'm at, where I do get a few more aces. Up to here. Nice pot. Get the squeeze, and we will, yeah, sure. Take it down here, sigh of relief. Well, not really. Certainly a fine hand. A decent result. Top pair, the gutter. Alright. Interested in putting money in here, sort of. Should have bet a little bit larger into 3 people. I forget that I have set it to 66% the betting thing. Right. Either get lucky or not get unlucky. Wrap. Good for us. Nice! Whew. More aces. Open-ender, both flushes. Here, the flush draw now. Get the squeeze again, and this time it's definitely reasonable to do so. Suited ace, sidecars have activity. Right? It's a mystery to me how he could just call. Not a raise. We make 2 pair. I'm gonna bet them 2, I think. We'll mix between blocking bet and win value. Hey, that's better nice. We're just gonna pot it here. I think that we're still deep against Robert. Up 2, and a nut flush draw. On the other table we took it down. I'm not sure if we got called. That's us. That's us from start to finish there. Called there in the end? Table 3? No, we didn't. I think it just gets caught. Here, got her. Flush draw. Out this look. Giving us 2 pair. That should be good a lot on this board. Here we faced a really small bet. Has to this guy bet $2. Wow! 50 splash. Don't come up top. Just fold, it would be awesome. Wait, fold. Quite large, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt he actually does fold. Flop, a whole lot of bubkas. Like pure bubkas. Have to flop less here. Well, that does give us gutter. Let's just back it. Might actually call. Wheel. Well, you figure out what I have. Don't say anything. Bad. Yeah, fat chance he's laying that down. That was such a huge part. So it looks like towards the end of the session I'm getting more and more adventurous, which is probably a sign that I should end it soon. And with just parted here, and I don't think it would be horrible, especially as he can't have aces with the nut flush. Yeah, a little bit. So far, so good. Pair the board, don't pair the board. Oh, pair the board and you have the king high flush. That'll be good. Hey! Low back donuts. That's a term in certain communities. That's better not. Let's not go there. And he just saw us bluff, so... something to... with, i.e. not the same hand. Nice. That bluff paid off now at this point, at least. Got all that money back. Pretty nice. So, towards the end of the session, I think things have been moving into the right direction. Check it out. They have indeed. And I feel this is starting to be a good point in time to call it a night. In a couple of minutes. So, on RunItOnce, we're up 220 now. Wow. Hey, but you just straight out there, huh? Okay. And we got some money back on micro. It called. Yeah, we did get some money back on micro. More than the buy-in. What Angelo? Oh, that was you? In here? Top 2, Walker, open ender. Gosh. I'm gonna be a putty cat. Look down on me if you like. If you like. Icon! Sleep well, my friend. Thank you very much for the bounty today and just being around and being helpful as ever in the chat. That one down. Gonna see it here. Right, so on macro we're actually only down, let's see, 15, 20, we're only down 30, 32, so that means in total we're up almost 4 buy-ins again. Yeah, let's find the exit then. Few hands. Leave this next orbit, and here we're gonna stay one more orbit because the blind's next hand. Nice! Turned it around in the end. Cool. Well, turned it around, I mean, we were still in profit the whole time, but... Let's see, we could still break even. Left to play. Count our chicks before they hatch. Yep. Nope. The stream been going 3¼ hours. Yeah, I think that's fine. I will publish a new schedule this week. Just know that I'm not taking Mondays off anymore, so I will be here tomorrow. I'll take Wednesdays and what? Sundays off. Max Burn! Thank you very much for the follow. Making my night even happier. Cheers. Right, let's just plop huge here, why don't we? Well, ain't bad for this hand, that's for sure. I'm gonna be in putty cat mode. I'm just X. Not going for the check raise, right? Good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, no shenanigans here. Just check loose against the king. I actually had 2 pair the whole time. What's that pot? Was half a bind right there. Table 1. Sweet. Raises I'm gonna fold. With the 7, a spade, the overpair and backdoor hearts, I think without the 7 I wouldn't have c-bet. But I'm right, last hand. Hands. Okay, but here we have an open ender. We have one more hand on each table. Came over the top and why not? And gonna be careful post flop. If he bets pot, I'm letting it go. If he bets pot, I'm calling. A pair gutter, which would be the nuts. Great part. Okay, we're letting it go now. We're letting it go now as well if he bets. Put a 6 for good measure. Deuce doesn't do much for us. He might still have the best hand, but if he bets, I'm still gonna let it go. Bunch of draws missed. Value bet here. Top and bottom. The last hand. And of course, a nut flush draw and a gutter to a straight. Blocking hearts a tiny little bit as well. That's it. So let's take a tally for the final moments of the stream. We've been doing. It's going to be fun to host. On microgaming, for which I can actually show you the. No, I can't because I know I put the graph. Yeah, no, I put the credits in the screen. Oh, actually, I can. There we are. So for the microgaming graph, we are down a buy-in, but with 18, almost 20 in rakeback. We are only down like 32 here. And on RunItOnce, we're up 240. Like 235 actually. Puts us at 205, just more than 4 buy-ins in profit. Sweet. Wiping out the 4 buy-ins minus yesterday. Well in the world. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the follows and for being around, keeping me company. I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central European Summertime. More of the same. Yeah, all I can think of. Cheers, guys.